Welcome to Apayacu. Welcome to the second lodge. This is another place where you can stop and rest up by playing a couple extra pieces. At lodges like this, you have the opportunity to eat or sleep. So you can spend a little bit of money, play one thing, and get 3 energy points. Or you could spend a little bit more money and get 5 energy points by resting the night. This time, you play the same piece for either resting or eating, but there's a slight difference to it that hopefully you'll figure out by the end here. When you're finished resting, you gotta continue on. You don't need to stop and rest if you don't want to. You can just play the one piece and continue on. If you're going to eat or rest, you have to play number 8 and you have to play number 9 to continue on. You got to record 2 things in your video. If you're not gonna eat or rest, you just have to play number 9 to continue on. Number 9 is like the quiz one in this case. So that's the one we gotta make sure you can do. Number 8 is just the practice to make you better at 9. Oh, also, I'm not gonna teach you number 9 directly in this video. We're gonna talk a whole lot about number 8. We're gonna talk so much about number 8 that you'll realize you can do the same kind of things to figure out number 9 for yourself. So here's number 8. Let's count carefully. I'm gonna throw it up here on this throw up. So here's number 8. Count carefully. I'm gonna throw it up on the screen here, all 3 parts, the violin, viola, and cello, so that you can follow along right on the screen without having to look in your book. I'm gonna play it once, and then we're gonna jump into practicing this guy. Repeat. So that repeat sign thing, this thing, that just means to repeat it. All right, here are several ways to practice number 8. We're gonna start really simple, and after we play this over and over and over and over again, we're gonna get more complicated ways to play it until we're finally playing it on the instrument. Let's start by counting only the beat. Underneath the line, it says count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're gonna count that, and it goes like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and repeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. How do you keep track of all those 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands? I'm gonna show you a visual representation, all right, of what was happening inside my brain. It was this. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and repeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This time, I'm gonna keep counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. I want you to clap on the numbers that there's a note written. So at the very beginning, you see there's a note, a quarter note D, on the 1 and on the 2. But on the 3 and the 4, there's a rest. So we're not going to clap on those rests. For example, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. No note, no clap. 1, 2, and here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Repeat. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 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 and. You clap, I play piano. 1, 2, here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Repeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You say the names of the notes as you clap. 1, 2, and here we go. D, D. A, A. D, A. D, A, D. Repeat. D, D. A, A. D, A. D, A, D. Say the names of the notes on the note, but stomp your foot on the rest. 1, 2, here we go. D, D, A, A, D, A, D, A, D. Repeat. D, D, A, A, D, A, D, A, D. Pizzicato. Pizzicato the note while you stomp on the rest. 1, 2, here we go. Repeat. Pizzicato the note as you say the word rest. 1, 2, ready, go. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest. Repeat. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest. If you don't know how to hold your bow, don't do it. Repeat. Bounce your bow. Repeat. Try it left-handed. Repeat. Try it collegno. What does that mean? With the wood. Try it your own way, because this is getting boring. Remember to loosen your bow when you're done playing. I have not done a good enough job of reminding you to do that. Always make sure this bow thing needs to be tight when we're playing it. You should be able to fit that pinky in there. And then loosen it up when you're done. Look, I said it in the last video. I'm gonna say it in the next video. The point of practice isn't just to do this stuff good enough until you can play it. It might only take once or twice before you figure some of this stuff out. Even with this really simple, straightforward two-note stuff, practice it over and over and over and over again. And pay attention to those little tiny details that we've talked about. Where your thumb is placed on the fingerboard, how your elbow moves up and down as you switch strings. That's an important thing that we would really point out while we're here in class. And it's harder to point those kind of things out as we're doing this remotely. You gotta make sure you're remembering all those little details from not just this video, but the other videos too. We're doing these things over and over and over and over and over again. Even if it's simple, it's practice, it's repetition, you know? Lance Armstrong didn't get to the moon by playing his trumpet for 5 minutes every couple of days. No, it took a lot of practice. Over and over and over again. You got 30 minutes, 4 days a week, set aside to practice 2 notes. Make it count. Make those the best 2 notes ever, so that the next day when we come back and we add that 3rd note, you're like a master at 2 notes. You're ready for 3 notes. Practice. Even if you don't think you need to practice, you need to practice. But I don't know how to play this. Yeah, but you can play it better if you practice. Practice. Remember, number 9 is the important one to get out of this place. So go practice. By the way, I don't expect anybody to actually fill in all those little blanks under there of where it says to fill in the counting. If you really want to, I'll give you the answer. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Bye.